Hey, folks, it's Mark Arum. I hope you're enjoying the Mark Arum Show podcast. A reminder, you can hear this very radio show live Monday through Friday. We're live 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. 6:07.5. Mark Arum and the Banana is joining you live on a Monday as we recover from a massive sports hangover. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. We got a fun show for you tonight. Heads up, though, Low T Chuck's working remotely again. So unless he calls in, we won't hear him. But he's still screening the calls. So you can still give him grief at 404-872-0750. As much grief as you can.
Yes.
Johnny Kielbasa is going to join us in the second hour with a fast food review and a football minute. But let's kick off the work week like we do every week with, I think it's everyone's favorite game, Longoria.
Let's play Millennial Match Game.
Millennial Match Game on a Monday. No better way to entertain yourselves on the ride home. Joining us is our millennial, not in studio, but he was in the building today. It's Andrew Wilson from Promotions. I actually saw him today, Deborah Green.
Yeah, I saw him a couple weeks ago, but we're still not allowed in the same room.
Oh, really? Is that the deal? Is that because of the restraining order on Andrew, or is that, what's the deal, Andrew?
Hopefully it's not, there's no restraining orders.
All right.
But,
well, Andrew works for the promotions department. What else do the folks at home need to know about you, Andrew?
that's the highlight of it. There's contests, there's giveaways. You're going to be talking to me.
Andrew's a punk rocker, and he likes to cycle around town.
Oh, excellent. Are you a bicycler? A cyclist?
Yeah, like a not. I don't dress in the tights and all that, but I like a good bike ride.
All right, good for you. All right, so Andrew's here. Let me tell you the Millennial Match Game category brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. 80s slogans. 80s slogans. So these are slogans from products or companies. I'm going to tell you the slogan. You're going to have to guess what company or product it was for. Let's meet our contestants on the phone, starting off with Gary and Alpharetta. Gary, welcome to the show. Tell the folks at home a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you. I'm figuring I'm going to do pretty well here because I was a millennial one. I'm now working as a software support for a medical company.
Oh, real job. All right, Gary's got a real job, and he used to be a millennial. He's going to be taking on Chris in Bethlehem. Chris, tell the folks at home a little bit about yourself.
Hey, Mark, what's going on? My name's Chris. I live in Bethlehem. I'm 44 years old, and I work in the fire sprinkler industry.
Oh, very nice. Very important job. How old are you, Gary, by the way?
If you put a 6 and a couple of digits behind it, how's that?
All right, so you guys were around in the 80s, though, so these should be easy for you. The question is, though, will the millennial know? Andrew Wilson's a very smart millennial. I'll give him that. For example, all right, so 80s slogans. This doesn't count, guys. I'm just going to ask Andrew. Andrew, this 80s slogan is, it's what's for dinner. It's what's for dinner. Do you know what slogan that was from?
I know that I should know it, but it's not coming to me.
It's what's for dinner.
Beef. It's what's for dinner. You get that?
Yeah.
All right.
I just don't know the
Well, that's all right. You know, it doesn't matter if you know or not. It's just a matter if the millennials guess. Oh, I can play the audio? Oh, I'm going to play the audio, make it easier for you guys. All right, this one counts. Here we go, Gary. This one is the Breakfast of Champions. I'll play the audio. Will Millennial Andrew know what this is for?
Take it from Bruce Jenner. Wheaties is the Breakfast of Champions.
Yes, I think I know.
Well, I think the name's in there. The name's in. Gary says yes. Yeah, it was in there. Andrew, what was that? What product was that?
I believe it was Wheaties. I think you
Take
said.
it from Bruce Jenner. Wheaties is the Breakfast of
That's right. All right. Very simple. It's easy when the name's in there.
Amazing.
All right. Chris, Millennial Match Game, 80s slogans. Will Millennial Andrew know what product or company this slogan was for?
How do you spell relief?
I'll play it one more time.
How do you spell relief?
How do you spell relief? Chris knows how to spell relief. I know how to spell relief, but will Millennial Andrew know?
No.
You say no. I'm going to play it for you one more time, Andrew.
How do you spell relief?
What do you think, buddy?
I don't know. Pepto-Bismol?
Oh, that's a great guess. It's the other one, though. It's Rolaids. Rolaids is how you spell relief.
How do you spell relief?
Longo, are you a Rolaids guy, a Pepto guy, Imodium? Pepto? Yeah, I'm a Pepto guy, too. I used to take Imodium, but then you can't go for like 19 days, and that's even worse than going all the time.
That is true.
All right, Gary, Millennial Match Game continues. 80 slogans. Will Millennial Andrew know what slogan this is for?
Time to make the donuts.
Oh, iconic 80s slogan, but will Millennial Andrew know what that's for?
Normally, I know you say if doubt, no, but I think this one's going to be a yes.
Yeah, I think he knows this one too. Andrew, I'm going to play it again.
Time to make the donuts.
Time to make the donuts. What's that for?
I don't. That one escapes me.
Time to make the donuts.
Picture an older Longoria getting out of bed when his alarm goes off.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Time to make the donuts.
All right, he does not know. That's Dunkin' Donuts. Time to make the donuts. Your donuts make me go nuts. Round 2 Millennial Match Game brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. What's the score and who's up, Deborah Green?
It is 1-1, and it's Chris's turn.
All right, Chris, 80 slogans with Millennial Andrew Wilson, one of the sharper millennials we have here. Will Andrew Wilson know what product used this slogan?
Move over, bacon. There's something leaner. It's 50% leaner than bacon. It's all real meat without all the fat. Mmm, delicious.
Delicious. What do you think?
Do they even sell that stuff anymore?
What's that?
I said, do they even sell that stuff
I don't
anymore?
think
That's pretty
so.
old.
I have no idea.
I'm going to go with no. I know what it is, but I'm going to go with no.
Yeah, the only reason I even put this one in the game, Deborah, is because I for some reason that commercial was in my head this morning, and Ashley Frasca didn't know. She'd never heard of it. I was like, oh my gosh. So
I vaguely remember that.
yeah, I'm going to play it for you one more time, Andrew.
Move over, bacon. There's something leaner. It's 50%
There's
leaner than
something
bacon.
leaner. What product was that, Andrew Wilson?
I've never heard that in my life. I don't know, Spam.
Spam is a great guess. Sizzling. Sizzling. Do you remember Sizzling, Longoria?
Slightly, I do.
Yeah,
I remember the commercial.
Jason Byers, who sometimes fills in for you, was filling in for Jay Black this morning, and I was talking to him about it, and he got so mad at Sizzling. He's like, if you want bacon, eat bacon. Like, he's just like, he got so mad. I'm like, it's not even a thing anymore. I'm like, I guess the slogan should have been, if you can't have bacon, well here's Sizzling, right? Like, it's better than nothing. Sizzling. Yeah. It's better than nothing. That would have been a better slogan. All right. Did he get the point? Yes. And it is Gary's turn. Gary, this is a tough one. Will Millennial Andrew know what 80 slogan this is from?
It's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
I know that, but I'm going to say you probably will not.
Not a chance in hell. I'm buying everyone dinner here if he knows what that is. I'll play it as much as you want, Andrew.
It's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
Oh, Dinner on Mark sounds really great, but don't know it. That's tough.
I'll even give you the name of the product. It's a margarine. If you can tell me the company that made the margarine, I'll buy everyone dinner.
I don't think I've ever met anyone that used the term margarine.
Really?
So, yeah.
Do millennials not use margarine? I guess it's an older folks spread. Yeah, you're all organic. Chiffon margarine. I would not have gotten that one either. So
it's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
I remember that, but I didn't remember what product it was
I remember
for.
the commercial, but not the product.
Yeah. So the whole thing was, butter is from Mother Nature. Margarine is from Loti's basement. They just make it with oil and stuff, and that was Mother Nature getting mad. All right, it is Chris's turn. Chris, will Millennial Andrew know what 80 slogan this is?
It does a body good.
Well, I'm going to play it again.
It does a body good.
It does a body good. What do you think? Will Andrew the Millennial know what product that is for?
I think so, yes.
All right, Andrew, it does the body good.
Milk does the body good.
Milk does the body good. Good job, buddy. Does milk have a slogan anymore? Just got milk? Is that
Got
it?
milk. They brought it back. Yeah.
That's still it? Okay. Chris is up in Millennial Match Game.
It's Gary's turn.
Gary's turn. My bad, Gary. Gary, will Millennial Andrew know what 80 slogan this product was for?
Listen to the heartbeat of America.
Heartbeat of America. What do you think? Will Millennial Andrew know?
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, it's 50-50 for me on this one, but I'm with you. I don't think you'll know. I'm going to play it one more time, Andrew.
Listen to the heartbeat of America.
The Heartbeat of America. What 80s product was that pitching?
Oh, man, another one that I've never even heard before.
When you think the heartbeat of America, what's the most American thing you can think of?
Baseball?
Chevrolet, the heartbeat of America.
Of course.
All right, it is Chris's turn. Chris, I think he's going to get this one. I'm not going to sway your judgment, but I think Millennial Andrew will know this 80s slogan.
Good to the last drop.
Good to the last drop. What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Good to the last drop.
Good to the last drop, Andrew Wilson. What's good to the last drop? Keep it clean.
I know it's coffee.
Good to the last drop.
I'm going to give it to you. That's fine. That's close enough. Maxwell House coffee. That was all my mom had growing up. That we were a Maxwell house for sure. All right, it is Gary's turn. Gary, I think he'll get this one too. What do you think?
Nothing runs like a deer.
Nothing runs like a deer, Gary. Will Millennial Andrew know what product from the 80s that's for?
I think so.
Nothing runs like a deer.
Nothing runs like a deer, Andrew Wilson. What you got, buddy?
My grandfather would disown me if I didn't know John Deere.
That is John Deere. Yes, indeed. All right. We are rolling along here on Millennial Match Game, 80s Slogans Edition. What is the score, Deborah Green?
It's all tied up at 4-4.
4-4 nail biter, and we have prize packs to give away. Hang tight. It's Millennial Match Game to kick off Monday. The Mark Arum Show at 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. Final round of Millennial Match Game in the Mark Arum Show, 80s Slogans Edition. What is the score and who is up, Deborah Green?
All right, Gary with 4, Chris with 4. It is Chris's turn.
Chris, here you go to take the lead. 80s slogans. Will Millennial Andrew know what slogan this was for?
Pretty sneaky, sis.
Pretty sneaky, sis.
Pretty sneaky, sis.
What do you think?
I'm going to go with no on that.
Yeah, it's an obscure one. Andrew, pretty sneaky, sis. What product was that for?
Pretty sneaky, sis.
It was kind of like a board game.
Board game. Clue?
Did you say Clue?
Yeah.
That was a good guess.
Pretty sneaky,
Connect
sis.
4. Connect 4. Longoria's favorite game growing up. All right, you get the point. Chris, Gary, you need this one. Will Millennial Andrew know what product this is for?
The choice of a new generation.
Ooh, the choice of a new generation. What do you think?
I think no.
The choice of a new generation.
What was the choice of a new generation in the 80s, Andrew Wilson?
That's definitely Pepsi.
Good job. Holy smokes. All right, for the win, Chris. Will Millennial Andrew know what this is for?
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Oh, no way that lady's still alive. What do you think? Will Millennial Andrew know what product that was for?
It's a famous commercial, but even I'm not sure of the product, so I'm going to go with no.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Fallen. Andrew, what product was that?
It's the commercial gets me every time. Life Alert?
Life Call. We'll give it to you.
Fallen, and I can't get up.
Final score, Deborah Green. What do we got?
Gary 4, Chris 5.
But you know what? We got prize packs for both of you guys.
Yes,
Hang on the line. Tell them what they won, Deborah Green.
You get a one-car pass to see the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra perform the music of David Bowie on Sunday, October 25th at Maris Bank Amphitheater.
All right, Chuck's going to get some info for you guys. Andrew, good to see you today. Thanks for playing Millennial Match Game, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, when we come back after news, weather, and traffic, we got so much to talk about. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. This is The Mark Arum Show.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
This is former Governor of Texas, Rick Perry, and you're listening to The Mark Arum Show.
638, 69 degrees on Peachtree Street. 6 on the Mark Arum Show back sweat meter today. It's going to get cooler tonight, Longoria. Don't worry. Don't worry, buddy. Fall is a-coming. In 1 hour, Johnny Kielbasa is a-coming with a fast food review and a football minute. Can I go back to kind of play some sound from that last segment, Longo?
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Shout out to The Real Phil on Twitter, REEL. That was Edith Four, the woman who fallen and she can't get up, and she indeed has passed. She died in 1997 at the age of 81. Life Call. She died in Camden, New Jersey. So rest in peace to Edith. I'm going to ask you guys how your weekend was in just a second. If you take sports out of my weekend, I had a great weekend. It was great. I did an outdoor movie night at some friend's house with a fire pit and had some great dinners. But the sports ruined my weekend. And I'm so tired this morning because I stayed up till close to midnight last night watching the Braves game. And I've only been a Braves fan since the early 90s when the Braves started their good run, and I was watching them on TBS. But I'm still a Yankees fan. Much like Longoria, you're still an Astros fan. I don't know how. But
what do you mean?
But you'll root for the Braves.
No.
Deborah, did you grow up a Brewers fan?
Oh, yeah, big Brewers fan. I mean, I would go to the games and everything. I was more football than baseball, but
Yeah.
we always followed the Brewers.
Sure, but now...
Well, now that I live here
Yeah.
and we're in media, yeah, you support the local team.
Like, I'm just as big of a Braves fan than I'm a Yankees fan now because I'm here. I've been here 25. I love this team. And I had no doubt in my mind last night that they were going to lose that game. I mean, zero doubt. Alex Williams, who was born and bred a Braves fan, certainly a fan longer than I. Did you have the same feeling, Alex? Did you think that it was just a done deal? The Braves are going to lose that game?
Like going into the game?
Yeah.
I did not think that going into the game. I'm very optimistic, and, when they were up, 2-0, I was feeling good. But once things started to get a little iffy, I kind of started to lean towards where how you felt, which I shouldn't say, but I just...
They were up 2-0. I was like, oh, they're not going to win this game. It is. I have such a defeatist attitude now when it comes to Atlanta sports. Like, there's not a moment in that game where like, oh, they're going to win this. Not a moment. When they were up, nope. When they tied it, nope. I was like, this is... Why am I torturing myself? And let's see if Doug Turnbull's around, too. Doug's a Braves fan. Doug, you there, buddy?
I think he's heading back to the Captain Herb ballroom right now.
Oh, all right. Hey, Doug Turnbull dropping a deuce in between reports. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. And people are like, That's So Atlanta was trending on Twitter last night. Because listen, we've dealt with this. The 28-3 Super Bowl, the 96 World Series, like last year in the Braves playoffs. It's just the way it is. It's just if you're in Atlanta, the Bulldogs in the national championship game, the Bulldogs this Saturday against Alabama. I'm sorry, that's who we are, man. That's who we are. And people are like, oh, you're this Braves team wasn't even expected to be there, and they're great young talent, and they're going to be bad. Yes to all of that. The future is bright. But the Braves are up 3-1 in that series. They were up 2-0 in that series. Any other team wins that. There's something going on in Atlanta sports. There's something. And of all the teams that won this weekend, it had to be the freaking Falcons.
Yeah, the Falcons finally won, yes.
What do you think, Dan Quinn? So if you're not...
right. That's what I was telling my husband. I'm like, Dan Quinn's so angry right now.
Was he, or is he happy, or is he better than us and was happy for his players?
I mean, I think he was happy, but, he wasn't there to get the win. He was like, come on. The minute he gets fired,
I think it's like if you ever, to make it more of a real life situation, none of us are ever going to, be the head coach of an NFL team. But the only thing I can think of analogy wise is in real life where your girlfriend breaks up with you and then she goes out with a much better looking dude. Like no one's that guy's not happy, right? Oh, she's with the captain of the football team now, right? That's the way I pictured Dan Quinn yesterday going. Maybe a part of him was like, oh, good for the guys. But, the girl that just broke up with him just, dated a hotter dude, a better dude. Like you always, am I wrong on this, Longoria? Is that a good analogy?
I mean, I can see it, I guess. I mean, it's a little stretch, but I can see it.
Maybe Dan Quinn's better than me. But if I was the coach and got fired, as much as I like the players, I'd be like, oh, they better lose this first game, man. It's gonna make me look so bad. It's like when a girl breaks up with you, you're like, oh, I hope her next boyfriend's a nerd. No offense to nerds, which I am one. Yeah. But you don't want her to be like with the prom king after.
Right.
Does that make any sense? Again, I'm very, very sleepy here. I'm very, very sleepy. So I don't want to dwell on the fact, but there was not one point in that game last night where I was like, oh, the Braves are going to win this game. I thought they'd win when they're up 3-1 in the series. I was like, all right, this is good.
I thought Saturday. I'm like, all right, Saturday. We're going to win it Saturday, and it'll just be done.
Yep.
And that didn't happen.
Yeah, but not before the game, during the game, throughout the game, I was like, oh, the Braves are definitely losing this game.
And social media after, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like people, I'm sorry, it's what Atlanta sports is. Two things can be the same. Like I can agree that the Braves, no one expected the Braves to get to the championship series, right? After all the injuries they had. Pleasant surprise, beautiful. And no one can argue the fact that they've got a young, talented team that's going to be good for years. Awesome. But I can also be mad that they blew a 3-1 lead in the championship series. We should be celebrating a World Series berth right now. I guess the good news is, even if they win the World Series, there's no World Series parade this year because of COVID. It'd be a virtual parade. They'd do laps around Atlanta Motor Speedway, and they'd have virtual fans going, hey, Longoria. Anyway, I don't want to get too heavy into the sports weeds, but just on a personal thing, real quick, what's the most disappointed you've ever been in your life? It doesn't have to be sports. It can be a life thing, whatever. Rack your brain. The most disappointed you've ever been in life. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Longoria's going to tell us the most disappointing moment of his life. When we come back, it's the Mark Arum Show, 95.5 WSB. 6:53, in front of 7 o'clock. Mark Arum and the Bananas. Well, 3 of the 4 Bananas in studio. Low T Chuck is at home dealing with illness in the face. Chuck's okay. One of his beloved family members. Hopefully not Jackson Abernathy, Haynesbridge III. I think you could still send me messages, Chuck, if you're listening. You can send me messages on the phone screening software here. The Braves disappointed us. The Bulldogs disappointed us. In life generally, though, what's the most disappointed you've ever been? The most disappointing day of your life. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Jeff joins us in Cartersville. Jeff, welcome to the Mark Arum Show. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Mark?
What a rough sports weekend, man. Just so rough. Just give me one win. The Dogs, the Braves, one of them. Nothing.
Nothing. Not even
Falcons.
Atlanta United.
Yeah, even the United lost, Deborah. Jeez Louise. Most disappointing day of your life, Jeff. What do you got?
Well, one that sticks out, I doubt it's the most disappointing, but it definitely sticks out from childhood, was Christmas of 1989. I wanted a Nintendo Entertainment System so bad. I'd been dropping hints for like 6 months, and I got an Atari.
So you got the wrong gaming system, is what you're saying?
Yes.
And that's a disappointing thing. I have a similar one. Mine doesn't have near as happy ending as yours. It was 3rd grade, and Atari was the big thing when I was in 3rd grade. It was kind of new. They had like 4 games, like Pac-Man and Asteroids and Pong or whatever. And every one of my friends had it. And my mom made a pledge to me. She said, listen, if you get all A's on your report card, I will buy you an Atari for your birthday. And so my birthday is December 17th. It's the end of the semester. You get the 3rd grade, mind you, 3rd grade. Right. Report card comes out, and I get in science, A, math, A, English, A, social studies, A, gym, A, handwriting, A-.
Yeah.
And I did not get the Atari.
1-.
That's technically an A.
That is an A.
Not in
it's in the name.
Not in 1979 Connecticut. That was whatever year it was. No.
That's a great loophole.
Parents,
that is a great loophole.
My mom should have been a lawyer. So while I'm sad you didn't get the gaming system you wanted, at least you got a gaming system, Jeff. That's I still hold that over. And she didn't believe it. I made her get out there. Like, you know how moms are. They save everything. She had my 3rd grade report card. And sure enough.
Did you see Atari's coming back?
I did.
Maybe you'll get one this year.
I can't. I don't. I have so little free time. I can't even mess around with a gaming system right now. Can't even do it. So that was a pretty disappointing day. Thanks for bringing that up, Jeff. I thought I'd bury that.
Yeah, no.
I had buried that. But yeah,
so, no.
I mean, I remember getting my report card and going, yes. I mean, A's across the board. In everything.
I would have been mad,
in
too.
3rd grade, too, it's like they grade you on other stuff, too, behavior. And,
right.
Like I had A's across penmanship, A-. I was like, oh, that doesn't matter. Yeah. That's still an A.
Yeah, that's an A.
My mom's like, nope. Nope, here's some Maxwell Huff coffee.
Play with this
blue can. Any big disappointing days in your life?
Present-wise, I guess I would think, like, I really wanted these Vans one year.
Shoes.
And yeah. Okay. And you couldn't find them. Like, it was real hard to get this one particular one. Yeah. And I finally got it. My mom got them for my birthday, and I was so happy. And I put them on, and they didn't fit. And then we couldn't find my size, and then it was just like I never got them. Like, they were the coolest shoes ever.
A girl's 6.
Yeah,
they couldn't fit on Longoria's big feet. What about you, Deborah? Any big disappointment?
I think so. I had got an offer for a radio job out in California, and it sounded fantastic. It was like alternative music.
Yeah.
I was going to do middays, Monday through Thursday.
Oh, perfect schedule.
And then Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I get to program my own specialty show. So this is just like every
dream job.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, this is great, and it's Laguna Beach. My friend lives in Malibu, and I'm like, yeah, and it's $15,000 a year, and I'm like.
Which is like, in Atlanta money, is like $400 a year.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, come on.
I still might have taken the gig.
No.
Yeah, I might have taken it.
Turn
anyway,
tricks on the side.
Later, so
it flipped anyway?
Yeah.
All right. I'll continue to take your calls on the most disappointing day of your life in honor of Atlanta sports. And when we come back, I want to talk about that David Perdue Kamala Harris story over the weekend. Not politically, though. Trust me. 404-872-0750. 1-800-WSB-TALK on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum.
The Mark Arum Show is performed before a live studio audience.
No, I run this town to be near you. I stand alone. I stand alone.
Welcome back to the show and a good Monday Eve to you. Mark Arum here, you there at 7:07, 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. This is the Mark Arum Show, heard Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. Most of the gang here locally. Deborah Green produces the show. Longoria, the stoic Eskimo on the other side of the takeout window. Low-T Chuck is home with the girls. We wish him well. Chuck, if you want to call, just screen yourself, right? Is that how it works, Deborah? You just call up.
I don't think he's going to call.
No, I don't think you can screen yourself.
There's no way he's going to call. But if you wanted to join the conversation, please do. Johnny Kielbasa is going to join us with a fast review in about 30 minutes and a football minute. We're talking about the disappointment that I think we all feel as Falcons fans, as Atlanta fans. I forgot about Georgia Tech. Did you see the score of the Georgia Tech game?
I heard about it.
Holy
Erickson
smokes.
played it on the air.
They're so lucky everything else went bad in Atlanta sports this weekend. It kind of flew under the radar, the stomping that the Yellow Jackets got at the hands of Clemson. But we're just talking about disappointment in life. What's the most disappointing moment of your life? Doesn't have to be sports related. Longoria got the wrong size shoes. Deborah had a job that seemed too good to be true, and it was too good to be true. So I want to know about the most disappointing day of your life, 404-872-0750. I had a similar job disappointment, Deborah. This was years ago, and there was a sports talk show in San Diego that was looking for a morning show host. And I sent a tape, and I applied, and I got the gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They trick you out in California.
Yeah. Do you know the rest of the story?
It wasn't in San Diego?
Correct.
Okay, where was it?
Tijuana.
Oh, well, that's not that far.
The studio is in Tijuana. I'd have to cross the U.S.-Mexico border.
Every day, right?
Every day, twice a day.
It's just a little bridge. You do have to pay to cross.
But I don't know. In the movie, I've never crossed that line.
Really?
Longoria, I know, has done it. But in the movies, there's always like a 2-hour wait.
If you're driving, but you could probably walk. Like there's... I mean, you
morning show? I'm not walking at 3 in the morning.
You park your car and you walk across the bridge.
Yeah.
My parents live really close to the border, and there's actually a lot of American companies that open businesses in Mexico because they don't have to deal with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
what it was the Tower Power. I said, I'm like, why are you in Tijuana? Like,
sure.
There's no regulation, so we can have 100,000 watts.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, but much like you, that the company went under, so it's a good thing.
So then you don't feel so bad.
Yeah. I would have been homeless in Mexico right now. I want to talk about also the David Perdue story where he mispronounced Kamala Harris's name at a President Trump event in Macon, and the social media world went nuts, calling him racist. And I mean, it was not an unintentional flub for sure. I don't know what's in David Perdue's heart. I can't tell you what was on his mind. If he was joking, he didn't know what was going on. But the dude has worked with the woman for 3 years. Like, they're in the Senate together for 3 years. You would think he would know how to pronounce her name. So I think it was kind of intentional that he mispronounced it to get a laugh from, some jokes fall flat and some jokes are ill-intended. I'm not here to judge that. I don't know what's in David Perdue's heart. But I do know that I am horrible with names, remembering names and pronouncing names. Just awful. So just a lighthearted way to approach the story is, do you have an odd-sounding name, and how often is it mispronounced? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Or do you have a coworker that you've had the wrong name, and you called them the wrong name for a long time? I did. I'm not going to say their name now, but I've called coworkers the wrong name for a long time. A long time, until finally
And they never
someone
corrected you?
No.
I mean, I guess everybody calls me Deb, which is not my name.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes you just get annoyed with correcting them. I'm like, it's 2 syllables.
I'm
It's not
trying
hard.
not to call you Deb anymore.
I know, but now it's spread like a disease. And so I just,
like the
I just
pandemic.
ignore them. Yeah, like half the time I just ignore them and deal with it. I'm like, obviously you're a bad coworker. So
but I'm trying. Like, I just found out recently you prefer Deborah to Deb.
That's my name.
Yeah, I know. But it's like a shortened version. Like,
But the problem is
like
that
Drew
but it's not though, because my name is Devera, and
Devera.
I've anglicized it to Deborah. So
Yeah.
I've already changed it once. So now
Gotcha.
you're like asking me to change it again.
Understood. Like, Low T Chuck is Charles. But I don't,
But he prefers to go by Charlie, right?
yeah, but I don't call him that either. I call him Low T Chuck. So, and that guy's name is Joe. So, I mean, what are we going to do? But I hope you know I'm making a conscious effort to call you Deborah as much as possible.
I've been beaten down my whole life. I just accept it.
But I'm trying. Do you recognize, do you know that, have you noticed that I'm trying to call you Deborah more often?
No.
No? I really am. But sometimes it's just, I fall back in old. Anyway, so we'll talk about names. I want to know, my name can be mispronounced, but not like horribly. Arum, Arum. Those are two. I know. I get it.
I've had Longoria before.
Longoria.
Yeah.
Oh no. What's funny is Maya's best friend's mom listens to the show, and she was coming to the listener lunch, which we're trying to set a date for this year yet, folks. Hang tight. And she's like, "Is Angoria going to be there?" Angoria. Yeah, Angoria will be there. So we'll have some fun with the names thing. Again, I'm not judging Senator Perdue. But I mean, 3 years. You work with someone for 3 years. You think you know their name.
Yeah.
Although I've worked with someone. It wasn't 3 years that I was calling them the wrong name, but it was a good 2 months. And then finally, someone's like, "That person's name is Terry, not Steve or whatever." I was like, "Oh no," I wasn't even close. Like it wasn't even like
a close one.
No, it wasn't even like Rob and Bob. Or
Right.
Mike and Mark.
It was like
no.
completely
off the thing. Gary's in Powder Springs. Gary, welcome to the Mark Arum Show. How are you, my friend?
I'm the best I've been in a long time, Mark.
That's excellent to hear.
I found out last night I'm going to be a grandfather.
Congratulations. That is in the time of COVID, nonetheless. You're going to be a granddad.
Awesome news.
So this is officially a COVID grandchild then, right? This child was
right.
conceived during the lockdown. There's going to be a huge baby boom, by the way. Huge baby boom.
You don't pick and choose those times. You just go to work and do what you can.
You got to do the work first. Exactly, Gary. So what's the most disappointing day of your life?
Well, before I get to that, I just wanted to mention that the most disappointing part about being a fan in Atlanta is it's always self-inflicted. The stuff that happened last night with the base running,
Yep.
the implosion of the Falcons against the Patriots, it's always self-inflicted. And that, I don't mind if they lost. It's the way that
they lose.
Really
yeah, I swear to you, not one millisecond yesterday, I think the Braves are going to win that game. I'm so beaten down as an Atlanta sports fan. I was like, all right, how are they going to lose this? That was what. Oh, that's how they're going to lose this. Bad base running and then a home run by Bellinger. Anyway, continue, sir. Sorry.
So that's fine. So the worst thing I felt was in 1960. I was 8 years old. And I wanted more than anything to get the Fighting Lady Battleship. Was the hottest toy at the time. And my older brother and I went up into the attic where we weren't supposed to go.
Oh, snooping on the Christmas gifts?
Well, I forget what we went up there for, just to be kids going where they're not supposed to. And while we were up there, I noticed torn paper, brown paper around a box. And there was the Fighting Lady Battleship emblem right on the box.
Oh, wow.
I turned to my older brother and I said, "Randy, there's no Santa Claus, is there?" He said, "Why?" And I pointed to the box. He goes, "No, there's no Santa Claus." So when I figured it out.
I thought the disappointment was you didn't wind up getting the Battleship for Christmas, but that was, by the way.
I got Battleship. I figured out that there was no Santa.
By the way, kids, I don't agree with Gary. If kids,
I have no idea what this dude is talking about.
I have no idea. Santa's real. I know he's real because he doesn't come to my house every year, so I know that's a fact.
If you see my house at Christmas, you'd think there was a Santa because it takes us 3 days to put it all up.
But at least you got the Battleship toy, right?
I got the Fighting Lady Battleship, and she was awesome.
That's not the game Battleship, by the way. You sunk my Battleship. No.
Not at all. It was an actual battleship with deck charges that flew off the side of the ship, and if I remember, it had turrets where you could shoot, whatever comes out of
Missiles.
the gun of a battleship.
Now that sounds really cool. I enjoyed the game Battleship. Did you play that as a kid, Longoria?
Oh, yeah.
I never owned the game, but I had friends that had it. That was a fun game.
Yeah, it was. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was a pretty solid game.
And then they got electronic Battleship, which made the noises when you actually sunk someone's sub or whatever. Cody's in Cleveland. Cody, welcome to the show.
Yeah, how you doing?
What's up, brother?
Oh, not much. I tell you, my most disappointing time was probably the day when Moby retired.
Oh, well, Moby's still active. He's still working somewhere in North Georgia.
I think he's doing podcast now, but I don't know if he's back into the whole radio broadcast.
Yeah, I don't know for sure
9 to
either
5
on that.
thing. And probably the other one I could throw out there was the day that I got the cancellation notice. I used to play. I played professional harmonica, and I used to go up to the Anderson Music Hall in Hiawassee. And I got a notification back about a year or so ago they was canceling the event I always participated in. I'm like, darn, that was like most folks look forward to the Super Bowl. Me, I look forward to that event.
How often do you have to practice the harmonica?
It's funny. I tell people when you first start, pretty much work every day for the first year, 4 or 5 hours a day. After that, you can take it or leave it. I have to pick it up one day and play it, and then not play it for 6 months, and then come back like I've been playing it for 6 months before I just set it down.
I think I have no musical talent whatsoever, but I think I would be okay on the harmonica. I think that if I were to do an instrument, I could do the harmonica. And passably. I'm not going to be good, but I can get by.
Seems like the easiest to fake.
That's what we see. It seems like it's probably not,
but
though.
It's not, yeah.
I don't mean to insult the harmonica players out there.
No.
Kelly is in Athens. Kelly, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I was going to tell you my most disappointment night was I was the youngest of 5 kids, graduated high school in 1987, and after all of the 10 years in between us of going out to dinner, my parents did not take me out to dinner. I was the youngest.
So you graduated and didn't get to go out to dinner, unlike your siblings.
Right. We all went out as a family, and then when I graduated, they just like, okay, bye.
Wow. Where did you used to go to when your other siblings graduated? Where did they take them out to dinner?
Steakhouses and stuff like that back in those days, you know. So,
steak and ale?
Well, they had a steakhouse in Gainesville that we would go to, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But it was just the whole thing of it. I'm like, I have to go to everybody else's, and I know you get one. Hey.
We used to go to Beefsteak Charlie's, which is what I'm trying to call Chuck now. Whenever there was a big celebration dinner.
Yeah.
But I did not get to go to Beefsteak Charlie's when I got all A's but 1 A- in penmanship. Didn't get it, sorry.
Oh, my God.
Didn't go to Beefsteak Charlie's. I just got that can of Maxwell House coffee. Talking about the most disappointing day in your life, and who's got a tough name to pronounce, and how bad do people butcher it, and have you ever called someone the wrong name for an extended period of time? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK, on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. This is The Mark Arum Show.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
725, 67 degrees on Peachtree Street. Mark Arum and the Bananas with you till 8 in the p.m. Ooh, full phone lines. We got to get through everybody. Bo's in Cartersville. Bo, thanks for hanging on. Welcome to the program, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
What's on your mind, Bo?
Well, a lot of things. But first of all, you would put no harm in harmonica. Like, if you tried it, you could do it.
I don't know if I have the lung capacity anymore. Maybe as a kid.
Well, fair enough. But here, okay, so now, segue. I was in all-state band, like, at the challenge of our band director in high school a long, long time ago. Went to Savannah, and I was 17, so we didn't have to have a chaperone, and we stayed in, I think it was the Hilton on the river.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. So we hear this like acoustic guitar duo, and my friend and I had just started playing guitar, and so this chick named Michael, here's where this comes in with the weird name thing and the disappointing day, because her name was Michael, but she was Russian. It was Mikal, right? And I had literally like $14 to my name, so I took a $10 bill because she was feeding me Miller Lights, like kind of underage.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to admit that. Yeah. Well, so I took the $10 bill and I wrote the room number from the Hilton on it, and then I went back to the Hilton and I drank some other beers, and I passed out on the bed. And then I woke up the next day. We were leaving town that day, and my friend Danny like flipped up the bedspread, and he's like, "Oh no, Bo! Oh no! Look at this!" And he shows me a bar napkin that says, "I came here, but you were sleeping like a baby." And
signed Michael.
No. Yeah. And she was supposed to steal my, and that didn't happen.
Understood.
Yeah,
So I did that. Something similar to me happened when I first moved to Atlanta. I had just moved into a new apartment. I'd been here like a year, and I got a new apartment with my buddy from college, and I didn't know the phone number. And I met this really, really cute girl at Fox and Hound on Collier Road. Rest in peace. And I gave her the number, what I thought was the number, and it was the wrong number because it's before cell phones or whatever. And I went back to Fox and the Hound like every day for months. Like,
I had to try to find her.
Yeah, you seen that cute brunette? Anyway, whatever. I'm happy now, Longoria.
I'm sure you are. Yeah, it worked out for you.
When we come back, all of your calls, plus Johnny Kielbasa with a fast food review on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. This is The Mark Arum Show.
Hey there, this is Patrick Warburton, and you are listening to The Mark Arum Show. Who, by the way, stole my Jesus fish.
Speaking of Seinfeld, I had Hunan chicken tonight for dinner from New Dragon, Atlanta. George likes his chicken spicy. I got a little earache, so I wanted to get something spicy to clear up my...
Will that clear out your ears?
I feel better.
Like your sinuses, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also took Tylenol, so...
George likes his chicken spicy.
Exactly right. So I had the Hunan chicken. I don't usually get the spicy chicken because of my intestines.
Yeah, because of your problem.
But I feel good right now. I probably just jinxed it. Yeah, much like I jinxed the Braves by becoming a Braves fan in 96. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Branson in Yorkville. Branson, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. How you doing?
Excellent. What's on your mind tonight? Branson?
Everybody clap your hands.
I want to know more about Branson. Branson, I'm going to put you on hold. If we get you back, we'll come back to you. David's in Douglasville, Georgia. David, welcome to the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
What's cooking, brother?
Not much, man. Hey, you know what? I guess I got two most disappointing things. I used to be a repo man, and I owned my own company for a long time. And I had gotten a call that my grandfather he was not going to be with us much longer, that I needed to get home quickly. And I guess that would be the most disappointing thing that ever happened. I missed him by 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
That's probably the most disappointing I've ever happened. But, yeah, my grandfather was a big Georgia fan, and this past weekend it would have been great just to watch the game with him, because he used to rag me for being an Alabama fan. So it was
well,
just something
apparently
really
you picked the right team, David. In hindsight, the last couple of years anyway, you've gone there. That stinks though. Missed calling him by 10 minutes.
Yeah, I missed him by 10 minutes.
That's awful. I had a recently my friend and my agent passed recently, and I was lucky enough. I talked to him like 3 days before, and he didn't sound good. But I didn't think he was gonna be gone. But yeah, that's tough to do. One more call, and then Johnny Kielbasa. Charles incoming. Charles, welcome back to the show.
Hey, Mark. I got two for you.
Okay.
One is disappointment. Actually, in '97, my wife and I were pregnant, and we found out in about the 12th week that we lost the baby.
Ah, the worst.
That was a real downer.
Yeah, no doubt.
Huge disappointment. I was always looking forward to being a father. The second one is my name. Every single day of my life, somebody mispronounces it. My last name is Mason. Mason.
How do you mispronounce that?
Everybody that I talk to says I say Manson. My first name is Charles.
Oh gosh, that's too close for comfort.
Applications, I've seen it. People are writing a message down, putting my name, and they for some weird reason sticking in the middle of Mason.
You've got to change your name. Like, God forbid your last name was Manson. Right. At some point, you change your name, right?
You use your middle
I'm the
initial,
third.
right?
I gave it to my son, so he's also Charles Mason the fourth.
Mason. Yeah. I don't know how you. I guess the subconscious thing does the Charles Mason. Back to another Seinfeld episode where Elaine was dating a guy with the same name as a serial killer. Yeah. I mean, God forbid if there's. I'm the only Mark Arum in the world, but if there was another one that became a serial killer, I changed my name 100%.
Oh yeah.
What'd you change it to?
Yeah.
What's the name you always wanted?
Trevor.
Trevor
Arum?
No, I get a new last name too. Trevor.
You can't change the whole thing.
Longoria.
Whatever.
I can change it whatever I want.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
No, if there was a serial,
Trevor.
God forbid, there's ever a serial killer with the last name
That's
of
so
Arum.
weird.
I don't know. It just came.
You
to
don't
mind.
look like a Trevor.
Is that
I
like
know.
a baseball name? You know?
No, I just Trevor. I just like the name.
All right.
Trevor Longoria. That's what
Longoria.
Or I could do Trevor Kielbasa. That's got a nice ring to it.
And now, on the Mark Arum Show, it's time for the Fast Food Review.
Joining us live on the Greasy Salty Hotline from parts unknown, height unknown, weight, we do not want to know. Johnny Kielbasa on the ever so popular Fast Food Review. How you doing, Jonathan?
I'm doing great. My long-lost brother, Trevor.
Trevor Kielbasa. What's on the menu tonight, big fella?
Well, hey, condolences to everybody sprinkled in with a little congratulations, I suppose. I think the last thing anybody wants to think about is Major League Baseball, but in light of that, Mark, I got a little bit of breaking news.
Oh, hit that breaking news, Longoria.
Where is Hector?
That's right. The last thing you want to talk about is baseball, but I got something that may help you drown those sorrows a little bit, because that's right, the steal a base, steal a taco deal's back at Taco Bell, and you know how it works. If there's a stolen base during the upcoming World Series that I know none of you will watch, hey, let's just assume that they're going to have a stolen base somewhere during these games. Taco Bell is going to be giving away a Doritos Locos Tacos on October 28th, but this year, since we've all got our Taco Bell apps now, if they steal a base in game one, pull out your Taco Bell app, they'll send you a code, and you can just go get your free taco well before October 28th.
That's a lot. That's a lot to do for a free taco. I mean, if I was food insecure, I'm doing that. That's a lot just for a free.
Well, okay, the easiest version of it, Mark, is you show up at Taco Bell on October 28th. You're going to get a free taco.
Okay, all right.
If
All
you're
right.
under 40 and you know how to use your iPhone and you get the app, then you can do it a lot easier.
Understood. I applaud that, and I do like small ball baseball, so I do like stolen bases, and I love the fact that the cheating Astros are not in the World Series.
Good Lord, come on.
Sorry, Longoria.
They didn't
Sorry,
cheat this
Longoria.
year. They only cheated in 2016.
This year, in 17 and 18 and 19.
No,
yes,
no,
yes.
just 16.
Whatever, Schlongoria.
Everybody cheats in baseball.
Before we do the football minute,
Boys.
Johnny, and I really want to hear this football minute, real quick fast food news. You know this already, but for the folks at home, Popeye's Cajun Turkey returns for Thanksgiving. You can get the Cajun-style turkey at participating restaurants nationwide. All supplies last. Starts at $39.99. Hand-rubbed and infused with zesty Louisiana-style seasonings. Good stuff. Just heat,
Love that
serve, and
hand-rubbed turkey.
enjoy. Indeed. All right, let's do that football minute. Johnny Kielbasa joins us every Monday to recap the weekend that was in the world of pigskin. Rough for the college folks here in Georgia. Let's see what Johnny has to say with the football minute.
Deb Green hit you on the wheel route. Longo, watch that blitz. Omaha. Week 5 in the NFL. Take your medicine week in college. Glad this isn't a baseball minute in Atlanta. We're all going to die week in America. Your Upper Oconee Bulldogs went over to see the Nick Tater, gave up 417 yards passing, got blanked in the second half, and will not be ranked as high as 3 for the rest of the year. Keep chopping wood, Kirby, because the Big Ten's a coming. Your Midtown Ramblin' Wreck. Well, they were tied with Clemson for about 7 seconds in the first quarter before serving as a JV scout team from then on out. 500 yards passing for Big Orange. Your Magic City Dirty Birds loan their choke post into Los Bravos for the the day. Played a great game and won. 11-5 starts now. Your downtown Panthers visited Jonesboro, Arkansas, and had a shootout, but got edged out in the end. 1,192 yards of total offense there. America's team, the Cleveland Browns, were unfortunately still a whiny little brother to Pittsburgh's big brother. 17 losses for CLE in the PIT. Mark Arum's New York Football Giants are off the snide. Quarterback Danny Dimes slung the rock for a whopping 112 yards for the win. And another doubleheader tonight. Mahomes is giving ball control lessons to Josh Allen on the early bird. And the Red Rifle will take on the Red Birds with 20 minutes on the M&S.
I'm sad the Giants won, actually. I wanted them to go winless. So
I knew you were going to say that.
So we get. I really did. This organization is just the worst. It's the worst. But anyway, not as bad as Cleveland, though. That was awful. That was an awful game. Just an awful game.
And Houston.
And the Texans. Yes, I know. Good thing I started their defense. Good thing.
I don't know why they didn't do that.
I don't know. So dumb.
They wanted to put the game away. They wanted to put the game away right there. And they wanted to trust their defense, but it didn't work out.
But the good news is all the members of the Houston Texans get a free taco with a stolen base when, Johnny Kielbasa?
October 28th or earlier if you got the app, everybody.
There you go. Johnny K., we appreciate you as always. And
if the cholesterol's high, baby, so my Johnny Kielbasa on Twitter, Johnny Kielbasa Rocks on Instagram, the Sausage Hut Podcast on any pod app, or JohnnyKielbasa.com.
All things Kielbasa on JohnnyKielbasa.com. Appreciate you, bruh.
Anytime, bruh.
There we go. Johnny K. Good stuff. Carradine, I'm assuming you're calling about a mispronunciation of a name, Carradine.
Yes.
Did I mispronounce it myself?
You did.
How is it pronounced?
It's Sheridan.
Sheridan?
Yes.
Spell it.
If I say it too fast or if I don't pronounce it correctly, most people think it's Sheraton. And they're like, oh, like the hotel.
Sheraton.
Or
How do you spell it?
Joke, Sheridan.
Sheridan.
I get that all the time, too.
Well, just so you know, Chuck spelled it. This is how Chuck spelled your name. Caradin.
Yeah, I don't get that much.
So
but I hear tons of them, and there's always a joke of, did you get confused with the Sheridan? Is that why your parents named you?
You say no. I'm the Super 8. My name is Super 8 Johnson.
Well,
pronounce your name for me correctly.
Sheridan.
Sheridan.
With
All right.
SH.
And what's the story behind that name? That's an interesting name.
Oh, and another story about my name is when I was 18, I got my first apartment. I was actually across the street from the Cornet Club, a little fancy place.
Fancy.
Yeah. So I was 18, and caller ID, you had the little caller ID block. So my name is so long, it's Sheridan Renfro, so the N wouldn't show up on Sheridan, so my nickname from 18 years old became Sharita.
Oh, all right. You've lived an interesting life, Sheridan. Sheridan.
Yes,
Sheridan.
And my high school yearbook, I don't know what grade it was, maybe 10th. I went to Brandon Hall, and the entry, like you put Sheridan dash, everyone put Marriott dash, Holiday Inn dash, Sheraton dash,
Yikes.
and then like wrote their little.
So real quick, how did your parents come up with that name, Sheridan?
It was my great grandfather's middle name.
Oh, all right.
We are Atlanta natives, like 7 or 8 generations, but I think it was actually came from the Yankee general.
Oh, Sherman.
Down Roswell. Yeah.
Sheridan. All right. Fair enough. Sheridan, I got to run. Thank you for calling. Interesting name. Sheridan or Carradine, as Chuck spelled it. We'll come back. We're going to go back to Branson, Michael, and Mark. You'll be up next. And then no more calls because Chuck's already gone. On Twitter, though, at Mark Arum, MarkArum. It's the Mark Arum Show on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Final segment of the Monday edition of the Mark Arum Show. Closing things off with Mark in Austell.
Dalton, Rome, and here.
Dalton.
Ringo. Dalton.
Yeah, we went to Pigeon Forge Thursday.
All right. I wanted to eavesdrop a little more, but I don't feel right about that. We'll get back to Mark in a second. Mike's in Gainesville. Mikey, welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
Thank you, Mark. I'm doing good. Thank you. How about you?
Excellent. What's going on?
First-time caller, by the way. I appreciate you taking calls. You want to talk about a mispronunciation of a name?
Yes, sir.
I'm 55 years old, And let me tell you, my last name, Druckman, Drukman. Can you imagine?
Druckman.
Every day I'm not drunk.
Drunk man.
Drunk man, God forbid you put an F in front of it, up front of the
What's the origin of that? Is that German? What is that?
We're actually from the Ukraine.
Ah, Ukraine.
Originally.
The Ukraine is weak. Another Seinfeld restaurant
Right.
reference. Not. I don't think the Ukraine is weak. That was again. Speaking of Seinfeld, Phil put a GIF on my Twitter timeline. He took it out, talking about the Jeffrey Toobin story. Have you seen that? Have you heard about that?
I have.
I wish Chuck was here because
Why?
that's actually happened to Chuck before.
Oh, he's done that before?
And I wanted him to get his expert opinion on that.
I remember that day. He was so.
I'm kidding.
mad about
But I'll wait till Chuck's back tomorrow to talk about the Jeffrey
All
Toobin
right.
story.
You have a great day. Good to see you, and we'll be calling. Hello?
Hey, Mark, what's up, buddy?
Yes, sir. Hey, I am. Let's just start this off. 1974. I was one of the first 4-year-olds lost that day at Cumberland Mall.
One of the first four-year-olds.
I was 4 years old. One of the first kids lost the first day at Cumberland Mall.
Oh, it was when Cumberland Mall opened.
Yeah.
What
So
happened?
been
Where'd you
around
go?
Atlanta for a long time. Okay.
Where did you disappear to?
Oh, well, I've been around for years in Atlanta. Now I'm in Austell. But to bring back when I was going to probably second grade up in Smyrna, I was probably 6 years old then. Now I'm 50. And my wish for Christmas was the Bionic Man Stretch Armstrong.
Oh.
Yeah, big time. And I didn't think my parents were going to be able to get it for me. And I got it.
Those were big dolls, toys. I don't want to say dolls, but like the $6 Million Man, and they sold his boss. I forgot the boss of the $6 million. Like he came in a suit. Like there was really like the $6 Million Man was a great toy.
Yeah.
But his boss, it's such a boss name. If you can't find his name, the $6 Million. Anyway, that was like the dumbest toy around. Like his boss in a suit. No one bought that. But you know what? In the collectibles market now,
Oh, is it worth a lot?
that's worth like 10 times more.
Probably,
because
'cause-
no one bought that
Yeah.
dumb doll. Who's gonna buy you can get the $6 million man where it's got the eye you can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
through
yeah.
or whatever, and then something Goodman. Something Goodman was his. I think I don't know, but that doll's worth like 100 times more than the $6 Million Man.
Oscar Goodman.
Oscar Goodman. Yes, I'm getting star of the show. I think.
Shouldn't Deborah get it?
And now,
I guessed
are you
it.
guys
I guessed
ready
the
for the
Goodman.
Mark Arum
You're right.
star of the show?
You know what? The 3 people that showed up for work today get stars.
There you go.
No,
My
I mean-
wife wasn't sick.
Yeah, well, allegedly. Allegedly,
yeah.
I have a feeling that Chuck's on the couch eating Kroger hot dogs and drinking Miller Lite. But that's what, you do you, Chuck. We still love you, buddy. We will continue the conversation on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum, Facebook Mark Arum WSB. Deborah Green, not Deb Green. What's coming up on the show tomorrow, Deborah?
I believe Sanjay's going to join us for Would You Rather?
Yes.
And then whatever I find in the news.
All right, excellent. It'll be a fun show tomorrow. Longo, thanks for coming in. Look at DJ Crystal making an appearance here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Again, on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum, Facebook Mark Arum WSB. In the meantime, go to sleep, little baby.
Go to sleep, you little baby.
Guests of the Mark Arum Show stay at the All Suite Omni Hotel, located in the heart of Chicago's Magnificent Mile.